Hey, this is Tay from Tay Results. Today I am auditing a local pressure washing business called Chris Pressure Washing that serves Morristown in Tennessee. Let's see how their online presence is stacking up and how we can get them ranking higher on Google. If you are Chris, the business owner watching this, just by following some of the points I make here, will get you start ranking higher on Google. So without further ado, the first thing I like to do is just Google their business name, and what I'm looking for is if they are competing and for the front page with other businesses or other pages, which it seems like they are. I don't think these two are the same business. No, so that's basically happening because the domain currently for Chris Pressure Washing is not high right now, and that can be fixed by increasing the content quality or adding backlinks, citations, all of the things I will briefly touch on in this video. Let's have a closer look at their GBP. So when it comes to reviews, what I'm looking for is velocity and recency of these reviews, not so much of the total number. Reason being, Google ranks one review from yesterday higher than 10 reviews from a year ago. Which, speaking of which, it seems like they had a good system going, but the latest review was from 1 year ago. So I don't know what happened there, and they were being responsive, which is good to see. But they could benefit from getting back whatever was working, because I do think it was working, and redoing it, because reviews, consistency of them really do have a big impact on the Google rankings. And when it comes to photos, what I'm looking for is diverse, different types of photos. They have a lot of before after here. And basically, the photos increases the engagement rate of users actually searching for your business. And also, if you're active on it, that also plays a favor in Google's algorithm for your activity rate on your business profile. So that all have influence. Let me go to Google Maps and search their name. Right, so it's a service area based. When it comes to categories, I recommend having at max 3, at most 1. Reason being, Google cares a lot, or mostly about knowing what you do and where you do it at, and that will be a theme for increasing your rankings on on search results. And that's why for categories I recommend having at max 3. Now that's not always true. If I was doing an extensive audit for Chris's Pressure Washing and actually benchmarking against their competitors, I will see how what the competitor is doing and what's working, but general rule of thumb is just having 1, max 3. And Google lets you have different types of services, and that is where you capture the broad search queries. I recommend having at least 30, with the top 20 of them having descriptions. Of course, given that you do provide all these services. And overall GBP profile, you want it fully fleshed out. You want it as complete as possible. Give Google more data to work with. More of the more important ones from them being the booking link, just lowers the friction and makes it easier for users to actually contact you. And plus, it's another way of tracking. You can track it, so you can see if your Google business profile booking link is converting or not. Let's have a closer look at their website. Now, when it comes to website, there's basically 2 things, which I mentioned just a bit earlier. Google wants to see 2 things. That is what you do and where you do it at. And so for the title, professional exterior cleaning, that is okay. All I would add is the area that you serve in. And same for H1. I know there's Johnson City right here, but I don't think that is a title. I mean an H1. I would just put that up there. Make it clear to Google reading your website, what you do, where you do it at, and the title and the H1 are the best places to really make that clear. And I believe this is a photo. Yes. So instead of having a photo here, although this was a good idea, you could actually hard code and embed Google Maps into that. Uh, and that would help you better than a photo for your rankings. The footer is good. They got the locations we serve. A lot of the service pages. So it seems that the actual design and the website itself was done professionally. Let me check if they have a schema, however. And it seems like they don't. So what a schema is basically your business information packaged neatly in a format that Google likes, and having a local schema set up helps you. Let me also check the page sites. So when it comes to web page speed, it is actually one of the few things that Google mentioned themselves in their documents that directly influences your rankings. And for both mobile and desktop, I am looking for a score of at least 70, with emphasis on mobile, just because I found at least that people look for service-based businesses more on their phones than their computers. And while that loads, I'm also going to see how much pages are indexed. And wow, they have plenty. So how I explain this to my clients is basically content opportunities. And basically, the more you have, the more obviously, Google has to work with. But also, let's say, for instance, if somebody is searching for deck and fence cleaning and restoration in Johnson City, Tennessee, that was their keyword and search queries. Now, Chris's pressure washing have a opportunity to compete and capture for those keywords and queries. So, I recommend having at least 50, but obviously, they have way more. They've already done a great job at that. Going back to the page speeds, so mobile 38. That is definitely something. If I was working with Chris, I would try to fix. That is just looking at these little letters, not to nerd out too much, but try to increase their page speed, user experience, and their desktop too. I wonder what is causing the slowdown. But another thing that helps you rank on Google and that is important are your citations. And if you think of it as a web, like the matrix, what Google says is, or what Google likes to see is, if you are a real business in a real location. And what they say is, apparently real businesses in real locations are mentioned by other businesses that are real businesses in real locations. And not all directories and URLs have the same authority level to Google, but these are good examples right here, like Yelp, BBB, Facebook. If you are mentioned on these websites with the correct, consistent information, Google can start webbing and linking all of your business appearing in these appearing on the internet, and that increases your authority level, your trustworthiness, and in turn your rankings. So you really want to start posting your business information into these different directories. I have around 50 that are the default, plus the industry specific, location specific ones as well, that I upload the business information for my clients. And I do believe this is one thing, especially because they were, on page one, they were competing with other businesses, diluting the space here, so the real estate. So if you are Chris, that is running Chris's pressure washing, and you want to see how I can help you with these, or if you want to fix them yourselves, that is completely fine, and you just have a couple of questions. Go to tayresults.com and contact /contact, And you can just text me or email me with any questions you have, or you can request a more in-depth free custom audit video, and I will record that and send that over to you to keep as well. No commitment from your side, but best of luck to Chris, and thank you.